I'm Carrie, and this is Caledonian Road by Andrew O. Hagan. It is a State of the Nation novel about Britain, just released this year. The State of the Nation novel, it's a subgenre I like a lot, and it's something British authors seem to specialize in. However, this one, it's a real doorstopper of a book. I did not like. In fact, I only got as far as 100 pages of its 600 plus total. Why isn't it any good, and why did I stop? Well, it sets itself up as a satire on, or at least a satirical look at modern Britain, its leading lights in politics and society. Unfortunately, O'Hagan has taken the view of, or decided to populate his novel with outlandish characters. Now, if you're going to indulge in satire, if you're going to use that, you have to have somewhat larger than life comic characters. But in this case, he's over-egged his pudding, and these characters belong in sketch comedy, not a novel. It's so broad and so ludicrous that I simply couldn't take anymore. To give a few examples, his lead character is a fantastically successful writer. Sometimes it seems unlikely that someone like this would be so successful, especially as writers these days, except for a handful, struggle to make a living or to be well known. He has a commission to write for a fashion house, and the sequence that follows is intended to be humorous and satirical, and what it turns into is a really badly written episode of Ab Fab. That's first you read it and you think, well, okay, that's a decision you made, just to ape what Ab Fab did 15 years ago or so. Similarly, there are characters on the left and the right who are just screaming caricatures that belong out of something like a British show like Little Britain. And also there's a ferocious amount of name dropping and brand name dropping, which I'm not sure of the purpose of it. It's kind of irritating at a certain point, and which I found perhaps led to the critical acclaim this novel has achieved, because it allows reviewers and some readers to think that they're in on the joke and that they recognize some of these people, or at least are familiar with the names, even the obscure political and literary references. I don't know. It doesn't work as satire. It doesn't work as a State of the Nation novel, because you can't really say anything incisive or truly analytical when you're operating in such a broadly, farcically comic way, in my opinion. But this leads me to recommending two other writers who know how to write State of the Nation novels that are funny, satirical, but smart. And the first is Jonathan Coe, who has practically made a living at doing this since the 1990s. And I recently reviewed a novel by his called Bourneville. So if you want to look through my previous videos, it's there. He is superb. Perhaps his best in the State of the Nation genre is The Winshaw Legacy, or What a Carve Up. Yes, that's the entire title. The Winshaw Legacy, or What a Carve Up. Another is David Annand, who wrote a novel that came out just 2 years ago called Peterdown. I wish I had it with me, and I wish I could give it a quick scan to give a more detailed review of it. But it is an excellent story about a town in the Midlands called Peterdown, which has to make a harsh decision over whether to preserve an architecturally significant housing estate that's filled with low-income tenants, or a beloved local football stadium, home of the equally beloved local football team. Because a high-speed rail train is coming through there, which might sound familiar to a British audience, the HS2 to go from Manchester to London. It It is a very smart novel, almost as long as Caledonian Road, but has much more to say and does it more effectively than the 100 pages or so that I read of Caledonian Road. So, if you're like me, a connoisseur of the State of the Nation novel, I can recommend anything by Jonathan Coe and also Peterdown by David Annand. And that's it for this time. I will end with this baby, The Skeleton Palms by me. Noir thriller with much bloodshed and tension and excitement. I would like you to read it. That's it for now. Bye.